just been having a go at cleaning up the engine bay. To be fair, it doesn't really make much difference what you do to this paintwork. It just seems to be really dull and not very nice. I think it's pretty dry, so I might clean it up a little bit more, see if I can get a bit of wax polish on it and make it come up a bit better. It's not horrendously grubby. I'm just looking at some of the wiring while I'm in here, just things to do. Generally the wiring's pretty good on this. This coil lead, I'm not sure which one it is, but that coil lead is a bit curly whirly. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just where it's been twisted round. This is the one of the feeds to the coil, so it's either the live or the green wire one. I don't know which one it is, but not the green wire. I don't quite know where it goes, but there's two connections to the coil. I've not disturbed them, but this has got, you can see, 1, 2, 3 connections in it. So I've cut it back. You see there, I cut it back, and I'm going to solder one piece of wire on it and put sleeving over that, just so it's got, you know, you've got 3 connections there to fail on your wire to your coil. I've got to clean this pipe up a bit as well. It's pretty pitted, but I think as long as I push my pipe on plenty and tighten it up, I think it's the one that goes to the heater, so if it leaks I'll have to do something with it. I'll probably cut it back further and put the pipe on, sort of onto this bit here, but it wasn't leaking before, it was fine before. I think that was just bagged up while I jet washed the engine bay. I mean, the engine bay is a lot cleaner than it was. It was completely oily, horrible oily mess. I'm going to not disassemble that because it looks like it's not been messed with, but I am just going to poke a bit of cleaner, a little bit of maybe a little cleaner brush in those ports and just try and clean them up a bit more. The pins on the engine aren't bad. This one wants cleaning up as well, because there's like ring connectors onto it, and in between the ring connectors it's kind of corroded. I think the main loom, I think it's the one that comes from the starter, which comes from the battery, goes to it. So it kind of goes to the starter, from the starter all the way along and comes up, and from the engine goes onto there, and that carries all your lives around. So this wants to be nice and clean. I've just noticed, you can see that there, the earth cable is sort of half cut through. I think it was trapped on one of these shields if I remember rightly, so I'm probably just going to take that up and use that, but then I'm going to I've got some thick cable, I'm going to make another earth somewhere and bolt it on, so I know it's definitely earthed dead well. Generally speaking, the wiring's pretty good. The only bit I'm not so sure about is this TPC. I can't remember what goes to there, whether anything does go to there. I know there's one blocked off on the manifold, which I don't know what it does. I'm not sure if this is a central locking or what, because one disappears into that inner wing, and then 2 disappear into this one, I think, from this, and it goes into the dash as well. So I'm not sure if it's a central locking or what, or whether it's been sealed up. It looks a bit like it's almost been sealed up, so that's how it was before. So I'll see what works when it's all together. Maybe the central locking, may not be the central locking, but yeah, just thought I'd show you those bits of wiring. So anything like that while I can do while I'm in. The cross member's really nice. I know one guy said his was rusted, mine's mint. I think it's because the engine was so oily it's not doing anything. I'll probably clean those power steering pipes up a little bit as well before the engine goes in. Just spray a bit of paint on them, just clean them up. They're not too bad. I think that's about it. I don't think there's much else I can do in here really. Then I'll just then I'm going to start doing the brakes. I'll do a video of the brakes when I take that to bits. Just still waiting for the head gaskets. I've got to give them till Wednesday, then I'm going to ring in. Clean some of this up. This cleans up quite nice. The VIN tags all there and everything. I'm not sure if this is what this fan's for, whether this is the aircon rad would have been in front or whatever, I'm not sure. But this is wired into the switch at the bottom, so I'm assuming it comes on when it gets to a certain temperature. We shall see what it does. But yeah, going to clean them connections up, repair that bit of wiring. I think that's about it for the engine bay until I'm ready to put the engine in. Okay, that's it for now. If you're enjoying the vids, subscribe and give me some likes. I see people seem to like the shorter videos, but I try and keep it short, but then I start waffling on about other bits. But I hope you find it interesting. Just thinking aloud on some of it, but I think them heat shields, they look a bit ropey, but I think if I took them off they'd fall apart, but as they are, they're just staying there, so I'm going to leave them. I'm not going to touch them at all. But yeah, I think I've got some new bonnet struts as well to put on, because the bonnet struts were knackered. They weren't ridiculously expensive. Okay, that's it for now.